number 2, our second podcast or video blog. My name is Sharon Graff, and if this is the first time you're watching the video, hello. I am the owner of the Modern Skein here in Montgomery, Texas, which is our local yarn shop. And I have started doing a video blog, podcast, whatever you want to call it, kind of documenting what's new and coming into the shop, what I like to knit and crochet project-wise, and basically trying to take all the elements I love of other podcasts from knitters or shop owners, things like that I've seen out there, and give you my version. So hopefully you enjoy it. If you do, I'd love for you to hit subscribe and maybe leave me a little comment or a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. Please bear with me. I am having some weird summer allergies. I was like, yeah, nasty. Anyway, so hopefully I don't sound too congested and you can understand everything that I'm saying. So let's get started. First off, welcome again. My name is Sharon Graff, and you can find me on Instagram as Mrs._Sharon_Graff. That's my personal account. I share my knitting, test knits, things like that I do. And then you can also find me at the Modern Skein, which is the shop account. That's where we post all the updates for the shop, activities, new yarn, trunk shows, all the good stuff there. So follow both of those. And you can also find us on Ravelry. We have as a local yarn shop, so the Modern Skein in Montgomery, Texas. And you can find us on Facebook as well, the Modern Skein. And I am personally on Ravelry. You can see projects and stuff. I'm not super active, but it's Orchid Girl 07. So Orchid, like the flower, Girl 07. So we have so much to cover today with new things in the shop, what's on my needles, all that fun stuff. So I think what I want to get started with right now is what's on my needles, or what's about to be on my needles, or what should have been off my needles, all that fun stuff. So I only have one finished object. I know I have so many projects going on, I wanted to have more, but I did finish the Harlow hat by Andrea Mowry. It is a super fun brioche cap with a really fun decrease. This is actually the wrong side, but I like it better than the right side. This is the right side. I just like the look of the decreases better on the wrong side, personally, so I made this my personal right side. And it's pretty cute on. I'm not a huge fan of hats, but it's not too bad. It's a little slouchy. I mean, if you didn't like that, though, you could easily roll up the brim since it's basically double-sided, and you have just a little fold over hat, or kind of tuck it down by the ears. And honestly, it's basically a unisex hat. Depends on the colors that you make it in is whether this is a girl's hat or boy's hat, because the shape is super simple. Like I said, she gives 3 different sizes in the pattern. So she gives a child size, an adult small, which this is the adult small, and then an adult large. But because of the stretchiness that brioche just naturally has, it will fit. I mean, you could do adult small and it would fit just about everyone except for maybe a small child. It's very easy brioche pattern, so even if you're a brand new beginner to brioche, this is a great little beginner project, because once you cast on, you just go straight until you get to your decreases, and then you decrease down. Yeah, so that's it. 2 strands, fingering weight. Probably used about a half a skein. Not even, probably like a third of a skein. I should weigh them, of my 2 colors. So this is good for scraps that you have lying around, or if you want to make matching hats for Christmas. You know, 1 skein will probably get you, I would say, at least 2, possibly 3, and if you do child size, maybe even 4 hats out of, you know, your 2 skeins. So this is finished and it's in the shop. You can see it as a sample. Let's see what else. So that's the only thing I actually finished since the last podcast. Technically, this did get its ends all woven in. It is all pretty. We've had lots of people come into the store and take a look at this. It's just a fun, this is Birds of a Feather by Andrea Mowry as well. This is done in Arching Fibers, Skinny Single, and Kid Silk Lace mohair. Colorway is denim, which we are already sold out of, but we will be getting more in the fall. And excuse me for my nasal passages. Let's see. They were mowing all day today in our neighborhood and doesn't like this. Okay. So I can't remember if I talked about it last podcast, but I'm doing a test knit for the fabulous Joji Locatelli. So I'm not going to really show you this pattern. It will be coming out probably in the next month or two, I'd imagine, from the timeline that she gave us. But it's a really cool shell pattern. So just kind of a basic, it's not shapeless because it has shape, but there's no like true waist shaping. Summery top, shell top. I'm actually doing mine in a DK weight, but you could easily do this in a linen, like our linen blend that we have in the shop, or you could do this in DK, or you could do it in Malabrigo Sport, or even hold, I wouldn't hold 2 strands of fingering together just because you're not going to get the fabric that you want, but maybe a lace weight and a fingering together, if that can get you gauged, that would probably be nice as well. But I just want to show you, without giving away the pattern here, I was playing Yarn Chicken, and I lost. I'm literally on the bind off here, so I bound off here, basically almost done, but all I have is this. I still have a neckband to do, so it's not like a huge deal, but Yarn Chicken and I lost. So anyway, this will be a cute pattern. I will have it up on display in the shop, but we won't know that when the pattern is coming out until the next month or two, well, before 2 months, I'm sure. Probably about the next month, because it's not her design. It's her design. It's Joji's design completely, but she's doing it in. There's a fly in here. I'm sorry. In collaboration with Malabrigo. No, Madeline Tosh, I believe. So dates aren't exactly sure. Okay, so that's that project. I need to remember to pick up another skein. That colorway, by the way, that you saw in there, that is Twisted Owl out of Longview, Texas, and that is their Modern Skein custom colorway they did for our shop. So it's really working out a very, almost like kind of a mild, soft camouflage kind of pattern. It's really cool. Okay, but I did make some really good progress on my whips this month, or this week. Let's see. I don't think I showed this on the podcast, but I talked about it. I'm doing the squared poncho by Beata Jazik from Hedgehog Fibers. And so I said I was about halfway done. So you can see this is the back, bottom, and then we go into the top. But then all I had done was just a tiny little square of this. Well, now, finagle this around. I have, over the weekend, weekend. Yeah, it was a Sunday actually. I did these front 2 panels on my graphite border and a chunk of this. So all I have left is this big section, which is the same size as this, and then my 3 little mini squares, and I'm done, except for the I-cord edging. But anyway, I am making progress finally again on this. So it should, I'm not going to take it on my trip. It's just too big and bulky to carry around with me. But I should get this done before August. I can beat that, but I think I can. So that's that project. Then, what else? Oh, I did talk about last week casting on for the Hayward, which is a pattern by Julie Hoover. This pattern here. Excuse me. And technically I have cast on. Somehow it has gotten tangled. But it is technically cast on, you can see. However, I'm going to undo it because after watching some Espa Tricot the other night, I'm actually going to knit it in the round like Melissa does. So I'm going to go ahead and rip that out and recast on. But I'm most likely taking that with me on my trip. So if you don't already know, since I am the owner of the shop, I don't have any employees yet. I will be closing the shop next week, which is June 13th through the 16th, because I will be on a business trip with my husband. It was planned last year, so I can't really get out of it. So the shop will be closed from the 13th to the 16th, but we'll be back and open on the 20th, and I think it's the 20th, the Wednesday after the 16th. And we'll be up and ready to go. So I have a whole week to get a bunch of whips done and cast on and all that good stuff, because I get to sit and knit for a lot of the time. Oh, and side note, if you are coming out to the shop and you want a coffee, like for sitting at time or anything else, definitely go stop at Trixie's Coffee. Amazing coffee, and it's local, and they're just the sweetest people in there. So get your morning coffee from there rather than the giant line at Starbucks. Okay, then if you saw my Instagram stories the other day, you probably saw me winding this. This is Forbidden Fiber Company's Proverbs base, which is a 60/40 organic cotton and linen blend. The colorway is sunflower, but it reminds me of like a buttery yellow. It's showing up really greeny yellow, and it's in person it's much more soft and like washed out mustardy. Excuse me. I still do not, I know I want to do some sort of a wrap. I say wrap. I don't want a triangular shawl. I really don't even want a crescent-shaped shawl. I really want a rectangular-shaped wrap. And I don't know what to do. I was thinking about the European Road Trip, which is a free pattern by Espa Tricot, which is basically a giant parallelogram. I was also considering just doing a very basic rectangle. You just cast on X amount of stitches and go for a couple skeins. I don't really know yet. So if you have any good pattern ideas for me that are basically not a triangle shawl and preferably not a crescent shaped shawl that would work well in linen, that would be one color. I really don't want to do multiple colors. I might bring in a little bit of an accent color, but I really want to just stick with this really pretty buttery yellow. I'm not wanting an all over lace. I just really want the linen and the cotton and this yarn to be on display. So if you have a pattern idea, shoot me a Ravelry link or give me a message on Instagram or comment below, because I'm wanting to take this and hopefully a pattern with me on my trip, and I leave Sunday, so I need to know by Sunday what I'm going to cast on. If I cannot find anything, it will probably just end up being a European Road Trip shawl. There's nothing wrong with that. I just like to know if there's something else even cooler to do. So that will be cast on. My Hayward will be cast on. I'm taking that for the trip. So that's 2 projects. I am also going to be taking a 3rd project. And this is exciting because the pattern is going to be from Lavanya Petrosella, Lavanya Petrosella. She is doing a test knit, or I'm doing a test knit for her, of a new shawl that will be coming out, I believe, mid to late August. It's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, stunning wrap. It is going to be in brioche. So if you're a holdout on brioche, please just learn brioche. It's not that hard. Once you realize you're basically knitting knit stitches and purling purl stitches together with its corresponding yarn over, that's it. The mystery of brioche is no longer a mystery. If you are local, I do have a class coming up in July, basically a 1-hour power brioche class. If you are not local, I personally think the best video on YouTube that calmly and efficiently explains brioche, very simply. So if you have to be handheld through the entire process, it may not be the best video for you, but I think the best one out there is actually Stephen West's Exploration Station video number 2 on the brioche stitch. It covers brioche knit, brioche purl, and your increase and decrease. So I think it's the best out there. It does assume that you know knitting and purling and yarn overs. But anyway, so this pattern that I'm test knitting for Lavanya is going to be knit up in these beautiful colors. Now, I will say, this yellow, this reads pretty much perfectly. It's called Cobblestone. It's just a beautiful charcoaly gray. This reads way more neon on the screen. It's actually like a golden mustard color. It's really rich and not at all that color that's on the screen. So I'm sorry for that. But these are going to be one of our newest yarn brands that's going to be launching June 27th, and that is Red Stag Fiber. Red Stag Fiber, you can follow them on Instagram at Red Stag Fiber, and fiber is spelled F-I-B-R-E, so like old-fashioned fibery. That is started by my husband, actually, Josh Graff, and he has started dyeing yarn and has just come up with some really cool, rich, old world inspired colorways. So I'd love it if you'd give him a follow on Instagram and check out the shop. It will be available online June 27th and in the shop June 27th, and we're going to have a trunk show on the 30th. So come check it out. So that's my 3rd project. I'm going to try and stick with 3 because that gives me 2 shawls and a garment, a sweater. I think that's a nice combination. You know, if you've been in the shop at all or talked with me at all, you know I'm not a huge fan of socks, so sock knitting's not my shtick. Yeah, so I think that covers what I've been working on. I mean, there's always new projects that I want to try and cast on. Really wanting to do Caitlin Hunter's Silpa sweater and also her Aura shawl, but I need to get through some of my whips and what I'm going to cast on before I do something else. Because I also have in my thing yarn that I've held out for a Sunset Highway, Joji Locatelli's Rhapsody in Cables, and something else. This fly is driving me nuts. Okay. So So moving on. So new things we've gotten into the shop. I can't believe I said again. I'm not saying it. We have received the latest issue of Pom Pom magazine. So this is the Summer Stripes issue, and it is really cute. I love on the back they have this little knitted tote. I don't know if they call that a purse. Let me look. I wouldn't call it a purse. What are they calling it? They aren't calling it. They're calling it a judoka. Let me see. Okay. Shaped like a traditional Japanese lunch bag or bento bag. Okay. And they have some cool facts about Olympic female judo participants. Anyway, I just think that is such a cute little tote thingy. And that would be super cute to knit up. Not as like, because I wouldn't carry that as a bag. But I would knit that up and kind of fold the sides down a little bit. Like the handles that they have tied. I mean, you could tie them. But I'd kind of fold them down. And just put stuff in it. You know, maybe some books or knitting or things like that. So I just think this would be really cute. There's some really adorable garments and shawls in here. So come by the shop, pick up your copy. I think I also have them online as well. So you can order them. And I'll ship them to you as well. We only have 10 copies, so be sure to, if you want it, to go ahead and grab it. And I still have a few issues of the, or a few back issues of Pom Pom magazine as well. So you are welcome to grab those. Okay. Moving along, we have right now, so today is June something. 5th, June 5th. And we have a trunk show going on this Wednesday through Friday from U2 Fiber, or no, U2 Yarn, and that's U, like, this thing bothering me. U, like the baby sheep, U. I am so sorry for this flinging around of this stupid fly. Anyway, so we have a trunk show. Come by. It will be gone on Friday. So she's going to come down Friday afternoon and pack it up. So you definitely want to come check it out. She is known for, this is U2 Yarn. Her name's Trudy. She is known for doing ethically sourced yarns and fibers. And then doing eco-friendly dye techniques. And it's not naturally dyed, but the yarn itself is... most of her yarn is untreated, so non-superwash. She has a few that are superwash and a few that also contain nylon, but most of the yarn is very natural. Again. So it's just amazing. She has some rare breeds, things like that. She has these really cute, like mini skeins. So they're some are, I think, 20 grams, some are 25. Or no, this one's 33. So some of them are like third skeins, some of them are quarter skeins. But she has some really pretty colors. This is BFL. She has mini skeins in merino as well, but merino and BFL. And then some of the other stuff she has is this gorgeous single ply 100% merino. Beautiful colors, and this is a DK weight single ply. So if you want something that's really soft and squishy, oh, it's just so soft and squishy. She also has basically she has DK and fingering weight for her yarns. We have, this is, where is this? This is the Sustain Me DK. So this is a 19.5 micron merino that is untreated, so non-superwash. Beautiful colors. There's more colors that we have in the shop. So I don't have any of this listed on my website. However, if you watch the Instagram feed or see something that I show on the video that you love, just shoot me a message and I can pull it out. We can go back and forth via email and select your colors, and then we can mail it out to you. You can just call and give me a credit card. I'm happy to do that. This is also the Sustain Me. This is the non-super wash. But this is the sock weight. I think this is, no. Yeah. There we go, I think. Okay. So yeah, it comes in the Sustain Me comes in fingering and in DK. Then this is her merino nylon. Just beautiful colors. This is a 100% New Zealand Polworth. So this would be considered more of a, sometimes they call it a rare breed. It's not that it's like rare, but it's harder to find as in the States anyway. You know, if you go in places like England and Australia, you can find breed-specific yarns, maybe a little more easier, but it's starting to be more of a thing here in the States. So I'm really glad she has it. So this is a 100% New Zealand Polworth. And then this is, I love this one, Corriedale. So pretty. Colors are just so rich and vibrant. Even when they're muted and soft, they're still rich. Then we have BFL. This is all BFL, right? Yeah. That would be a really pretty fade. Be like subtle. And she does do some, I mean, it's a lot of solids or tonals, but then we also have some fun variegateds, like these. You can see even some bright colors, too. So there's lots of options. Oh, and this is her MCN, which is so soft. This would be just a great pair of men's socks. Just looks so manly looking. Okay, so that is the trunk show. Like I said, she'll be here from Wednesday through the afternoon of Friday. So be sure and drop by if you're local, or like I said, shoot me an email and we'll get you some selections. The other thing that she has, though, before I forget, is she has earrings. So I picked up this cool pair from her. This is my personal, so these aren't for sale. Show you. So it's alpaca yarn and then some hammered copper and crystal. But we have this one. This is a linen and alpaca with copper and sterling silver ear wires. And this one's just so cute. They have little sheep. How cute is that? Is it focusing? Anyway, this is linen with handmade sheep charms and a brass toggle with a sterling ear wire. This one is copper and alpaca. And this is really pretty. This has jasper stones, like little beaded jaspers, and alpaca with copper. So, and there's more over there. This is just a handful that I brought over. So these are really cool, and they make, you know, good gifts. I mean, that's something that we need to start thinking of. Yes, I know it's June, but it's already June. July will be here before we know it, but Christmas will be here before we know it. So if you want to start making handmade gifts, now's the time to get your yarn and start cranking so it's not a mad rush to Christmas. Some of the other gift type things that are great in the shop are these earrings. They look huge right here, but they're actually not that big. They're only like 1.5 inches, I think, in diameter. We're getting smaller versions in. They're just probably won't be until fall. But these are cute, just little knit stitch And the nice thing about them is they're wood, so they're really lightweight. If you don't like, that's why I like earrings made with yarn or the wood, because they're so lightweight. I love big earrings, but I don't like anything too heavy. Other good gift ideas are these little gemstone wire stitch markers. So it's a little multi-pack for $15. But by the way, these are $20, so it's not bad price. And then these also little multi beaded stitch markers for $15. You get a multi-pack. And then, okay, said it again. I have got to stop saying As well, I get all fancy. We have, you know, the wrist rulers. Well, we have wrist rulers, but we also have the key fobs. So you get a 6-inch ruler on a key fob, which I think it's great if you don't want anything on your wrist, or you want to give someone a wrist ruler but maybe you don't know their size, or if they wear bracelets. This makes a good little alternative where they're still getting the ruler. And it's hard to see on here because it's black and it's just not showing up, but you can actually read the numbers on here fairly easily, even though it is black. Let's see what else. We also have a couple kits left over from local yarn shop day. So this is for the cowl, the day off cowl, local yarn shop day. So everything that's needed is in here, including a printed version of the pattern. This is still available in a couple colors for $42. It's not on our website because we're not supposed to be selling kits or things that were made up for local yarn shop day online. However, if you don't live local and you've been looking for this and you haven't found it, email me and we can set you up with a package. And I have a couple of the colors left in the box. I have just one of the Anzula Savoy shawl. So there's only one of these. So if you want it, email me. We'll get that out to you. It's $44 and it comes with the stitch markers. And the pattern's a Ravelry download. And then, again, just one left of the Martello. This is $68 and you get the shawl pin, the stitch markers, the yarn, and the pattern. But only one left as well. So if you want it, either come in the shop really quickly, get those kits while they're still available because I cannot reorder, or shoot me an email and we can ship them to you. Because, yes, we love our local family, but we started out as an online shop, so we also consider our online viewers and patrons to be a very important part of our customer base, and we love you too. So now, on to more yarn. Excuse me. We have a new addition to our wall of yarn. Before I get that, my coffee was blocking. So we do have wrist rulers. We have the medium brown color, which is like what I have. We have two sizes, 16 and 18 inch right now. We also have the gray. And, well, this is the natural, which I actually really like because this is going to get a nice patina as you wear it. And then we have the gray somewhere. I love the gray. Gray is kind of our signature here. So we just have, I think, a couple of the gray ones left. But we will get more in for fall. There's so much stuff coming in for fall, you guys. I can't... Oh, I'm so excited. I mean, so many things. I can't tell you everything that we're getting in for fall yet, but just know it's gonna be awesome. Okay. Now, next thing, we have a new vendor on our wall. Twin Mommy Creations out of Florida. This is hot, excuse me. It's only 100 degrees out. So Twin Mommy Creations is out of Florida, and we have a wonderful batch of yarn from her. The really neat thing about her yarn that kind of sets her apart from right now just about anybody that's in our shop right now. I don't know that she's the only person in the world that dyes like this, but each skein is individually hand dyed. So she has like sweater quantities of stuff, but still, even if you buy that, it's still, each skein is dyed all by itself with love and care and finished impeccably. So we have from her a worsted Aran weight. I would say it's not really a full Aran. It's definitely not chunky, but it is a full voluptuous worsted weight. And it is non-superwash. So for all of you guys that have been asking for non-superwash, we have it in worsted weight, and we also have a fingering weight. Her worsted weight is 181 yards, and again, it is extra fine 19 micron merino with no superwash additive. So this color, it's so vibrant. Oh goodness. Just look at those colors. And on superwash, it's hard sometimes to get vibrant colors, but she does an amazing job. So that one is Flowers on the Water. We have Walking in the Moonlight. That would be so cool for like a fun hat for kids. Fly High, beautiful. Just love the colors. This one's Beauty in the Swamp. No Crying Over Spilled Wine. Cute name. What else? Making of a Nation. Paint Strokes. And again, bright colors on non-superwash. Glowing Prism. This is borderline neon. It's amazing. So that is all of the worsted weight. We also have almost all those same colors on sock weight. We have the Glowing Prism. This one's a different one. This one's glowing, Dark Chamber in the Jungle. Really pretty. Beauty in the Swamp on fingering. Flowers on the Water on the fingering. This one is Faded Love, Faded Memories. Making of a Nation. On the fingering, it's a little more green toned, but it's still beautiful. And we have No Crying Over Spilled Wine. And Paint Strokes. Just beautiful. So all of her yarn is on the website as well, so you can come in, take a look, or get it on your website. As usual, orders that are placed Monday through Saturday by noon Central Time will ship out same day. Orders placed on Sunday will usually ship Monday. The only exception to this is if I'm out of town, then all of the posts and on social media you'll see the length that I'm out of town and when any orders placed, what day they will all ship. And it's usually the next Monday after I get back in town. All the orders will be packaged and shipped. Things going on in the shop. On June 7th, we have another beginner knitter class. So be sure and sign up for that if you are not a knitter, or if you have kids that want to learn to knit, or husbands, significant others, neighbors, whatever. So don't miss out on that. It's $20, June 7th. We also have a sock class on June 9th. We don't have any sign-ups for it yet, so if we don't get any more, we will reschedule that class. But there's that. Let's see. We have a trunk show on the 30th with Red Stag Fiber. And we also on the 30th have, and this is June, have our intermediate crochet class. So if you came to the beginner or you already have a working knowledge of crochet, you can sign up for the intermediate and learn all the fun stitches. And then in July, we will be closed for Independence Day on July 4th. But the 6th and 7th will be my birthday bash in store. So we will have great sales going on. We'll have kind of a summer birthday bash and have just a fun thing going on in the shop. Sit and stitch times, of course. Sit and stitch is always happening unless the shop is closed, and that's Friday afternoons from 2 to 5 and Saturday mornings from 10 to 2 p.m. So, I think that about wraps it up for today. Again, the shop is open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 to 5 every day. Wednesday, Friday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, not every single day. And online 24 hours. So, yeah, I guess online we're open all the time. Yeah, I think that about wraps up my second video podcast. Coming in just under 45 minutes. Woohoo! So I will let you guys go, but I hope that you will take a look at the website or come on. Ugh, this fly. Okay? How do I get rid of a fly without like nasty spray stuff? Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really hope you subscribe. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you didn't like it, don't tell me. I don't want to know. So thanks for joining us. Bye.